Go for it.
So, I hate to tell you I told you so. So I'll say instead, Rachel told you so. That's right. The drum Rachel Nichols has been beating all year long is the rhythm to which the Cavs season is crumbling. The massive amount of minutes played by LeBron James have come back to bite them in the backside. Hard. LeBron led the league in minutes played this year at 37.8. And that runs in stark contrast to how the Cavs managed his workload a year ago, when he was 12th in the league in that category, giving him the extra rest needed to dig deep and pull out the heroics we saw in the finals last season. His burden has only gotten worse in the playoffs this year, where he's averaged 41.1 minutes per game, good for second in the league. The next closest minutes played by players to at least reach the conference finals are Avery Bradley and Kwahi Leonard, who check in at 35.8, ranking 22nd among all playoff players. Now, that might seem like a peculiar qualifier, but it highlights the danger of cumulative workload. It's not just that LeBron plays a lot of minutes, it's that he's done it continuously throughout every stretch of the year. And his minutes are not like other players' minutes. He effectively has to do everything, including defending the toughest matchup on the floor in Kevin Durant, creating offense for everyone, and even diving for loose balls as he did last night. And that's the thing. LeBron plays a lot of minutes because the Cavs have shown a complete inability to compete when he's not on the floor. Last night, he rested for all of 2.5 minutes, and in those minutes, the Cavs were outscored by 12 points. 12 points! That's not just a last night thing. In the regular season, the Cavs have a net rating of minus 8.5 whenever LeBron sits. And in the playoffs, that number jumps to minus 13.2. Failure is abject and swift for them as soon as he steps off the court. You know what? I lied. I am going to say I told you so. But it's not about LeBron resting. Rather, I'm going to say that I told you that these finals weren't a matchup of super teams. The Warriors are a super team. The Cavs have a super player. Super teams don't fall apart the moment their best player steps off the floor. Super teams don't go 0-8 when their best player doesn't play, getting outscored by 16 points a game. And they certainly don't go 4-23 over a 3-year span when he sits. The Cavs, while certainly elite, are not head and shoulders above the other elite teams in the league. Folks fooled themselves into thinking that these finals were a clash of the Titans. There's only one team of Titans on that floor, and they are now one win away from history. So Tracy, I think LeBron did everything in his power to win that game. But am I wrong? Do you think he deserves blame for the collapse that happened in the end?
No. I think when you look back on it, for 45 minutes, LeBron was the best player on the court. I mean, like you said in your monologue, the guy has to do so much for his team. Whereas KD and Steph Curry, these guys have so much help, they can rely on other guys. On the flip side, LeBron and Kyrie have to do so much for their team in this series for them to even be in the game. And then when you get down to the stretch of the game, and you have these guys fresh, like a KD just sitting back, relaxing, waiting for that moment, you know, it's tough to come through in those clutch situations, man. There was a couple times where I felt like LeBron could have been asserting himself on the offensive end late in that fourth quarter when they only, you know, he scored 1 point. But you know the fatigue has set in with this guy. And I consider LeBron being one of the best conditioned athletes that I've ever seen in my life. But going up against these guys, when you got to play KD on the defensive end, guard him, and then you got to do so much for your team just to be in the game, it's going to take a toll on you. I don't care how great of shape you in.
And I'll say LeBron is working extremely hard just to get a bucket.
Right.
You know, it's not coming easy. I was saying they need to get in transition to get easy buckets. But even when they were getting in transition, they were getting back and still contested him, putting the body on him. He's bigger than everybody, but yet tired. He's wore down just from taking a lot of hits.
I mean, are these guys kidding us?
Oh.
Are these guys really kidding us?
I'm just saying.
I do believe that LeBron has to take some of the blame. I think that he's definitely played great basketball throughout these playoff series, but in the fourth quarter, he's disappearing. And that's
not saying, oh no, I'm definitely with you. I'm definitely agree with you.
The most. He has not produced in the fourth quarter. He's too passive in the fourth quarter. He needs to make better decisions and be more aggressive. I think the way he starts the game off has allowed his team to be in those games by halftime or, you know, throughout the second half. But the fact that he don't continue that throughout the game, it really, to me, hurts his team.
But, well, I agree. The fourth quarter should be his time.
But isn't that part of what we're talking about? He's tired.
He's tired.
No, 100%.
There's nothing left in the tank because he's got to do so much in the beginning just for them to be in the discussion.
And in saying that, I'm not particularly pointing my finger at him to blame him for being fatigued because he does do a lot to keep his team in that game. But he has to take some of the pressure off his team in the fourth quarter, and I think he's just a little bit too passive.
But the thing that is not in his favor, what is KD great at? He's great at shooting the ball. What is Steph great at? They great at shooting the ball. That's not LeBron's strength. So if you're tired and you can't drive the ball, what else are you going to rely on?
Go get on the block. You go get on the block.
That's not his game, though.
That's his game because he is a facilitator. He's a passer first. If he go get on that block, they're going to
honor that.
Double team.
Speaking of that, I want to get to that shot that the pass to Kyle Korver in the corner. Today, I didn't even think about it watching the game. I thought that's a good play. You got one of the best three-point shooters in the game. But today, everyone's saying, "Oh, you got to shoot that. You can't pass that up." What do you guys think, Scottie?
I think he should have been a little bit more aggressive. Now, maybe Golden State defense would eventually force him to pass that ball out, but you got to make two guys commit to you. I didn't think he made anyone commit to him, and I felt like he could have been a little bit more aggressive in taking that ball to the hole.
But if you look at it, if they run it back, where's he going? What's the best shot he was going to get right there? A fadeaway?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
That's his shot. Kyle Korver has hit shot. He did hit shots in this. Look at that.
The drive to the middle is the wrong play, right? Because
he got the
all
whole right side.
Right. All the defense is right there waiting on him.
But I mean,
he got the whole right side with Steph sitting in the corner guarding Kyrie. So he's not going to leave Kyrie. And I just think LeBron's mindset was to drive
and create
pass.
So he went in already thinking,
I'm already
get three.
driving left. What is he going to do?
I don't think it's a bad play. I really don't. I mean, I agree with you. He has to be aggressive. Kyle Korver did hit some shots that night, so it's not a bad play. Of course, we're talking about this because he missed it. If he makes it,
it's a great play.
But the thing is, I mean, it would have been a great play if it was an uncontested shot, but it was contested.
It was a late contest. For Kyle Korver, that's a late contest.
From Steph Curry, who's smaller than him, you know?
Yeah, Kyle, that's a late contest to me for a shooter like that, is what I'm saying.
Right, absolutely.
So
I'm just saying, if I'm LeBron James, I'm taking that shot.
No,
you know, you're going to foul me, or we're going to lose on my play.
Because of my play. No, I agree with that too.
Well, moving on, J.R. Smith had a pretty good game last night. 5 for 10 from 3. He's, this was the breakout game that they were looking for from him. Afterward, after they lost the game, this tweet from JR's verified account was posted. It reads,
he was hacked.
Cavs in 7. But wait, there's more. I wish Rachel was here right now. She loves this. Smith told Cleveland.com about the tweets. I got out of the shower and my phone was buzzing. I did not tweet that. After saying that he does believe the tweet, Smith added, quote, but I didn't tweet that. I would be much smarter than that to tweet that at literally 12:04 right after the game. Here's my question. First of all, if you're in the shower right after the game, the only people who have access to your phone are who? Your teammates and the staff. And I know the equipment manager ain't about that life, where he's just going to grab a random player's phone and start tweeting and know the code, by the way. But the question is, was it a bad look for him to delete the tweet afterwards, which is what he did?
I think it was
trying to avoid that fine.
I think it was a bad look. I mean, stand by your word. If you believe that you guys are going to be back in 7, then stand by it. Maybe it was a little too premature, but you know what? You put it out there, stick by it.
Bad timing.
Yeah, it was just bad timing. I mean, I don't know the rules of when you can tweet, but right after the game like that, 12:04, it's just bad timing.
I guess the question is, what if the Cavs would have won and he put that same tweet out? Did it really matter?
Probably not. I guess my question actually was, do y'all believe him, not when he says I was hacked, do you believe him when he says Cavs in 7?
I'm okay with that.
You are?
What was he supposed to put?
Not put anything.
Dang, man,
You're not supposed to put anything.
Our season's over.
I hate when people do that, where it's like either I got to say something crazy.
Right. Or don't say nothing at all. Right.
Just say
Facts.
nothing.
Don't say nothing at all.
Jaylen Brown. You could have just not said anything.
Right.
You don't have to say, oh, man, there's tougher kids in my neighborhood than LeBron.
Yeah.
You just say, don't say anything.
Well, hey, we already know everybody got Twitter fingers. So, you know what? As soon as the game over, these guys are running to their locker room, trying to check their phones, trying to find out who done left a message, what's going on, what are they saying about the team on Twitter. So, you know what? All I got to say, if you're going to put it out there, stand by it.
Stand by it.
All right, guys.